So I'm finishing up the trim in my shop, and this pair of French doors is like kind of the last thing that I've been working on. And I have this live edge hunk of, I don't know my wood very well yet, but I think it's walnut maybe, that I've been wanting to put up as like a mantle there over the door. And so I've been working on this piece of wood, and I didn't want to drill into the outside of the board and just slap it up there. So I've decided to do kind of like a mini hidden French cleat deal. And what I've been doing is routering out a section for these little cleats. And so I've made these out of plywood and just put a 45 on there. They're about 2 inches wide, and these will slide into these holes that I've routed into the wood. So you can see this will attach to the wall this way, and I made the hole big enough so that they can fit in there, and I can adjust, but it slides right up in there, and then the whole piece will just rest right on the cleat. And I thought about maybe cutting the board out, putting a 45 in here and using the whole thing for the cleat, but then you lose the width of the kerf, and so it probably would have worked, but then you also kind of use up the board, and who knows, someday maybe I'll want to turn this into something else. But so yeah, that's the system. This is the first time I've started using the templates with the router, using templates, and started with like a 1/2 inch piece of plywood OSB, and that was terrible. I couldn't get my bit down far enough, so went to this, it's like 3/8 like cabinet backing, cabinet wood or whatever, and that's been working just great. So after I routed out the hole, and I went to 3/4 depth, which is the depth of the plywood cleat, I now need to put that bevel inside the mantle header piece. So that's what I'll show you now with I'm using a 1-inch chisel, just sharpened it, and it's working pretty well. Takes a little bit of time though, and I just kind of sneak up on it and keep putting the cleat in to make sure that it's matching up and lines up well until it's a good fit. Also, I'm putting the template over the piece because of this kind of thin edge at the start of the bevel. I just figured it would reinforce it and help prevent breakout as I'm chiseling that part right there. I also really need a workbench super bad. That's going to be one of my next projects because these sawhorses suck. As I'm cutting into the bevel, I'm keeping the chisel down with the bevel edge down, and that lets me cut in first to the grain, and then I come in at an angle and cut down and clean it out. Lever it against the lip and just kind of chip away. There's some corners to clean up from the router, but because there's a lot of slop, they don't have to be super clean, but we'll square them off. This side here is the first one that I did, and it's a little bit sloppier than seriously need a bench. It's so bad.
I've seen it before, afraid of what's in store, but this time I'm ready to go. Break through the laws of man into a foreign land. It's the only way to show everything we are and what we came to do. Everything we are and what we're meant to choose. It's time to let 'em know. Clock's ticking down, the eyes are looking now. I think they're ready to know. There's something more to this, something that can't be missed, no matter which way you go. Everything that lies behind, just let it go. Everything that lies ahead, come take control. It's time to let 'em know. 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 Let 'em know. Let 'em know. Let 'em know. I know, we're gonna take it all the way. I know, it doesn't matter what they say, 'cause when the sun shines.
So, in terms of hanging it and hanging it level, I had used a straight edge, measured up from the bottom, and then marked a line here, and that line is basically, you know, the bottom of that 45. So what I'm hoping is that when I line it up on the line above the door, that it should sit perfectly. So we'll see. I'm going to measure the distance from the middle of the first pocket to the middle of the other pocket. And figure out what that is here. Make sure I got that right. 78 is what I've done there. And so my door sits in between my two posts. It's like pole style shop. And that should be 78 right between on the center mark of the made right here. So then I just need to hang two cleats up.
So wave our gray. I know, we're gonna take it all the way. I know, we're gonna take it all the way. I know, it doesn't matter what they say, 'cause when the sun shines down and wipes away the gray, I know, we're gonna take it. Where do I begin? The clock is ticking down, my friend, but no worries, like RG3, we taking it. Yeah, let this be the sign for you to open up your mind. Cause when he comes back next time, he's taking it. Taking it. Taking it.
All right. Oh, so close. So there's my header for my door, and I'm just going to throw up some 1x trim on the side there, and that'll complete the trim in my shop. One of these days I'm actually going to start building things that are not my shop, and I'm excited for that, but having fun.